All right, welcome everyone to Financially Free Ask Daniel event. We get to find out some deep truths and finding out what are the blockages to moving forward financially, becoming financially free, having some big breakthroughs. We're going to be delving into what lays hidden in the subconscious mind that is tripping us up, things we're not even aware are even in existence, how we hold ourselves back, the opinions and beliefs we have about ourselves that are in fact sabotaging our growth. Not sabotaging in a mean way or an intentional way, it's just we hold ourselves back unknowingly to protect ourselves, ultimately to keep ourselves safe, to keep ourselves with what's familiar, keep ourselves from harm, from scrutiny, from some perceived danger. There's always some upside as to why we are holding ourselves back. We don't do it because we're absolutely insane and desperately trying to harm ourselves. We are doing it because we think and believe we are doing the right thing for ourselves. So most of these things that we are causing these blockages and holding ourselves back, we have no idea we're even doing it. We don't know what the cause is. It's subconscious. And it's deliberately subconscious because we're hiding it from ourselves. So this is all identity driven. Our identity is creating our reality. And the more we elevate and move or heal our identity itself, the more our experience grows. So the more free we become from our identity, the more financially free we become, and free in all other areas of life as well. So it's a time to be open to some big truths. Many of the things I will say may very well push your buttons because you have been hiding these things from yourself. And so we're exposing parts of the identity that have wanted to remain hidden. But what there is to remember is that the identity actually isn't the real you. So although it might push your buttons, you're not being attacked. You're not being exposed. All those feelings are the mind, your identity itself. And you are far bigger than your identity, but we've been brought up to believe we are that. So let's move forward and let's take the first question from...
So I unfortunately just had the broad question, came to this with the broad question of what is my block, but I've been experiencing over the last few years, it seems whenever I get some money, something happens and I end up having to spend all my money, whether it's getting my car repaired or something else happens and all this money disappears. So it's like it comes in and then it's immediately gone.
A very common experience, very common. All right, let's have a look at that. So the first one that comes up is, I don't want to be successful.
Okay.
I don't want to be successful is your belief that's getting in the way. And what happens is, let's have a look at why. Let's look at what your reasoning is. Your reasoning is that successful people are unliked, can't be trusted, and their life always falls apart. Can you feel that?
The last part I'm baffled by, but unliked, I can see where that could be my own self-belief. And what was the second one?
The belief is successful people are unliked, can't be trusted, and their life falls apart in the end.
Yeah, so I guess I have a belief that, that kind of mask or professional mask people wear, I find that untrustworthy. The last one, I don't know. I don't relate to that one.
No, well, that's what's deep underneath there. That's what's hiding.
Okay.
Is you've seen people who have had their life seemingly on track, and then they get a divorce and everything goes to shit. You've seen people that have their life moving up and up, and then they start taking drugs. Their life goes to shit. So you've watched this in the media, you've seen this around parents, friends, you've seen it in TV, in movies. You've just, growing up, you just put together that successful people equals like this, it's kind of the word you're using is like this successful demise. You've got all these things tied into the dangers of being successful. So the minute you get money, the minute you start creating abundance in your life, you cut it out because you don't want to see yourself as successful. If you see yourself as successful, you see yourself as doomed.
Wow.
And this is exactly what I'm talking about, is we have these blockages that are going on. We have no idea that they're in the background. But these are the beliefs that we formed when we were very young, and we don't ever really think about it as an adult. It's just part of the program in the background. So let's look at some truth for you, shall we?
Okay. Yes.
True success will not be your downfall. There's this ego success versus soul success. And like we've covered, like you've heard many times in the truth course, if you follow what your identity wants, its strategy to making money, its strategy towards success, it takes far more than it gives. So ultimately, yes, what you're witnessing is people who are having what we call ego or identity-based success, which does take relationships away. It does take health. It does lead to drugs. It does lead to exhaustion. It does lead to bad decisions. So what you've done is you've gone, that's what success is, identity success, but I'm going to call that success in general. Whereas what you need to reintegrate into your awareness is there are two very different types of success. If I come from my truth, I will create this unwavering success in my life where it won't take from me, it will keep giving to me and it will keep giving to others. But if I default to the quick and easy, the identity success, which is all about reputation and admiration and power and all these things, you know, supplementing these big voids in the identity, then yes, you will have a problem. But that's not the path you're on. You just got to remember, all right, am I in my truth? If I'm in my truth, I'll make a decision. If I'm not in my truth, I will not make a decision. And that's the reason you keep creating all these huge expenses in your life, is because you're like, I don't want to end up one of these broken people. So I'm going to cut myself down at the knees before any chance of success can even happen.
Okay. Thank you, Daniel.
You're welcome.